I was gonna yell, but I decided not to. This is crooked, isn't it? This is a long time since I made a video like this. So, welcome. Really quick on a happy digital learning day, right? So, we're gonna do changing standard form to slope-intercept form. We'll do a couple of examples, and then I'll have you try one, and we'll go from there, right? So, when we change from standard to slope-intercept, remember that standard form is ax plus by equals c, right? Now, we don't know exactly what the slope or the y-intercept is yet. We're gonna have to manipulate some things in order to make it look like slope-intercept form, which we know is y equals mx plus b, right? So we're changing this to that. Now, the one thing to be careful of is it's not a different line and it doesn't give you a different slope. It's the same line with the same slope and the same y-intercept. It's just written differently, right? So let's try one. Let's say I had 3x plus 6y equals 12. Well, what do we do first? Well, the idea here is to get y by itself, right? I'm trying to isolate y. So in order to do that, I've got to move everything away from the y. So the first step is we're just going to move this 3x to the other side. So I'm going to subtract 3x on both sides, which is going to give me a 6y. Now, here's another key point. I'm not actually subtracting 3x from 12. We can't do that because they're not like terms. But what I'm going to do is I just subtracted it to move it over to the right-hand side. So this is going to be a negative 3x, and that 12 was a positive, so I'm just going to leave it as such. Now I need to do one more thing to get rid of the 6 in front of the y, and that's divide. So when I divide 6 everywhere, I'm going to be left with what I want. Y is going to equal, now negative 3 over 6 can simplify. That's going to be a negative 1/2 x, and 12 divided by 6 can also simplify, and that's plus 2. So we have successfully moved a standard form equation and we've manipulated it to make it look like slope-intercept form. So you can tell me now that the slope is negative 1/2 and the y-intercept is 2, right? Let's go ahead and try another one. And I'll move it over here so you can try one on your own in a second. Let's say I had a negative 5x minus 2y equals 11, okay? Same process, I'm trying to get y by itself, or I'm trying to isolate y. So I'm going to move the x term to the right-hand side, which I'm allowed to do in mathematics, obviously. So I'm adding 5x to both sides, cancel out the 5x's, or the negative and the positive. That leaves me with negative 2y equals 5x plus 11. Right? Now the only thing left is to divide by negative 2 everywhere, which is going to give me my y alone. Now, the 5 over the negative 2, I can't simplify. So I'm going to leave it as negative 5 over 2x. And this 11 over negative 2, I can't simplify either. We do not want that to be a mixed number. We'll leave it as improper, and we have our answer. The slope of the line is negative 5 over 2, and the y-intercept is negative 11 over 2. Right? That will be hard to graph because y-intercept, that's fractional, is really strange. All right, so I'm going to put one over here. Go ahead and pause me once I do that, so you can see if you can get the answer, and I'll come back in a second with the answer, right? So this is going to be, let's say 10x minus y equals 4. All right, so go ahead and pause me and see if you can get it right. Thought you paused me, didn't you? You didn't. Now pause me. Okay, so you're back. Like I had to do that because I'm not editing this. Hopefully you subtracted 10x on both sides. And then you had a negative y equals negative 10x. You can still see that, I'm just making sure. Now, the negative y in front might have thrown you off. That's a negative 1. I have to divide by negative 1 on all three terms, which is going to give me y equals, the negative 10 over the negative 1 can simplify. That's just 10x, right? Because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. And then the positive 4 divided by negative 1 is negative 4. My final answer is y equals 10x minus 4. 10 is the slope, negative 4 is the y-intercept. Bye.